On to Thailand now, where the Constitutional Court has suspended the Prime Minister from duty as it opened an ethics probe over a leaked phone call that she had with Cambodia's powerful former leader. Let's tell you more about this. Paetongtarn will remain suspended while the Constitutional Court investigates whether she breached ministerial ethics during a diplomatic spat with Cambodia. Addressing the media at Bangkok's Government House, the Thai Prime Minister said she has accepted the ruling.
The court has made its decision and I accept it. I will be suspended, but I have 15 days to present my evidence. I will do my best to show that I am fully committed and have acted with 100% dedication.
A long-standing territorial dispute between Thailand and Cambodia transformed into cross-border clashes in May, which resulted in the death of a Cambodian soldier. Reports citing leaked phone calls suggesting that when the leader called the Cambodian statesman Hun Sen to discuss these tensions, she called him uncle and referred to a Thai military commander as her opponent, which caused backlash. And according to Thai media reports, the country's deputy prime minister will initially take charge.
The judges voted unanimously Tuesday to take the petition accusing her of a breach of ethics and voted 7-2 to suspend her from duty as a prime minister. The court gave Paetongtarn 15 days to give evidence to support her case. Paetongtarn has faced growing dissatisfaction over her handling of the latest border dispute with Cambodia, involving an armed confrontation on May 28, in which one Cambodian soldier was killed. The leaked phone call while she engaged in diplomacy over the border dispute set off a string of complaints and public protests. Paetongtarn said after the court order that she would accept the process and would do her best to defend herself, as she had no other intentions but to protect the country and preserve peace. She also thanked her supporters and apologized to people who got upset over the leaked call.
Shifting focus now, the Coast Guards of India, the US, Australia and Japan have come together to jointly launch the first ever Quad at Sea Ship Observer mission. This is in a bid to strengthen maritime security and interoperability in the vast Indo-Pacific region. As per the Ministry of Defence, the high-stakes mission saw 2 officers, including women officers from each country, embarking on board the US Coast Guard cutter Stratton, which is currently sailing to Guam in the Pacific Ocean. And this is reportedly a first-of-a-kind collaboration between the Quad countries, with the aim of creating, and I'm quoting, a free, open, inclusive and rules-based Indo-Pacific, as per the Defence Ministry, unquote. In fact, marking a significant milestone in Quad maritime cooperation. And this very mission reflects the vision laid out at the Quad Leaders Summit in September last year, when the Quad leaders announced the plan to launch the mission. The reason why it's significant also is this marks a deepening of operational ties between the coast guards of all the Quad countries, India, Japan, US, Australia. And just for context here, the Quad is a diplomatic partnership between these countries, the US, India, Australia, Japan, that dates back to 2004 and which had been formed in response to the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami, which sparked a need for urgent collaboration. Undoubtedly, this is a landmark initiative from the Quad nations, with India as an important stakeholder, which can set the precedent for future collaborations in the Indo-Pacific, especially at a time when China is seeking to boost its influence there by setting up military bases, pushing countries to advance maritime claims and forcing strategic concessions from vulnerable countries.
Let's begin with some breaking news coming in from the Capitol Hill. U.S. Senate approved Trump's spending bill. The Republican-led U.S. Senate approved Donald Trump's flagship spending bill after a marathon voting session on the deeply unpopular package. The legislation has been passed after Vice President J.D. Vance cast a tie-breaking vote. Republican Senators Rand Paul, Susan Collins, and Tom Tillis voted no with Democrats on the legislation. The bill is set to slash social welfare programs and adds an eye-watering $3 trillion to the national debt. The spiraling text, or the sprawling text, headlined by a $4.5 trillion renewable or renewal of the president's first-term tax cuts now heads to the House of Representatives. It faces unified Democratic opposition in the lower chamber and multiple Republicans balking at deep cuts to healthcare, green energy subsidies, and food aid programs for the poor. Susan Teherani is our correspondent. She's now joining us live from New York. Susan, the next hurdle is the House of Representatives. Probably you can tell me what Americans feel about the passing of this bill.
It's a relief for Americans, although, as you mentioned, the House is going to be a hurdle of its own. The Freedom Caucus has said that they're not happy with the bill that they sent over and the bill that they're getting back with the amendments. And one of those reasons is because of the deficit and also illegal aliens being able to have government-run health care. So for the Americans, this is a sigh of relief, because if this bill would not have been passed in 2026, almost 68% of Americans would have seen significant tax hikes. And this is not just the rich. This is low income, middle class, all the way to the very wealthy. So this bill needs to get passed in order for those tax hikes not to snap back. That might be an incentive for the House to be able to pass it a little sooner. But nonetheless, the issue of how many people will sort of be kicked off these welfare programs, and also the national debt, that's going to be a conversation that's going to be ongoing.
Mm-hmm. Susan, will there be any ramifications or repercussions for those members or those senators who did not agree with the bill and voted no to the bill? Because I understand 3 senators joined the Democrats in voting no.
Well, Tom Tillis, one of those Democrats, has already said that he does not plan to seek re-election. So whether or not, we'll take his word for it if that's going to happen or not, or was he angry about this bill, it's yet to be seen. But nonetheless, I think the important thing was for this bill to pass the hurdles in the Senate. And as long as they have enough votes, I think the Republicans and President Trump will be fairly happy.
Susan, so what next? What happens now after it goes to the House of Representatives, and then the House of Representatives decides to either shoot it down or to pass it?
Yeah, and ultimately, that it goes back to the House. They review the amendments that the Senate has made. Because of those amendments, it's going back to the House. The Freedom Caucus has already said that they're going to hold out. We'll have to wait and see if that's really the case. There's going to be a lot of negotiations and a lot of back and forth going on. I highly doubt that the House is going to just pass it or not pass it with a stroke of a pen. There's going to be a lot of drama over there as well. Then we'll see whether or not this self-imposed deadline of July 4th is going to be implemented.
Mm-hmm. Susan Teherani, we'll have to leave it there. Good to see you. Thank you.
Time now for GRAVITAS Recall. Today marks National Doctors' Day, a day when India pays tribute to its medical professionals for their untiring service to the nation, day in and day out. And on this day, one name comes to the forefront: Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy, physician par excellence, educationalist, freedom fighter, the second chief minister of the Indian state of West Bengal, and arguably the greatest of them all. Today marks both the birth and death anniversary of this visionary. But Dr. Roy was a man of many talents, wearing multiple hats at once and acing them all with grace and aplomb. He was also known for his keen political astuteness, which propped him to the top job of leading the state post-independence, a volatile time for the entire country. Born on July 1, 1882, Dr. Roy displayed academic excellence from a young age. After pursuing medicine at Calcutta Medical College, Dr. Roy went to London, where he became a member of the Royal College of Physicians and a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons at the hospital in London. He was one of the first Indian doctors to hold all 3 degrees of MBBS, MRCP and FRCS, a rare feat back in the day. Dr. Roy also served as a personal physician to several leaders of India's freedom movement, including Mahatma Gandhi. In the year 1961, he was awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. He also founded key medical institutions like the Indian Medical Association and the Medical Council of India. His life and work have inspired several generations of doctors, and his contribution continues to shape India's healthcare system till date.